This one part of this ability makes the Artificer arguably the best class in the game. Welcome to the MetaMagics channel. I am your Game Master, and today we are going to be reviewing the next edition of Unearthed Arcana subclasses. And in this new list of subclasses, we have choices for the Artificer, Druid, and Ranger. And after just a little bit of skimming through this list, there are some seriously powerful options here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So starting off right away, we begin with the Artificer, and the Artificer gets the new subclass called the Armorer. Now, if you remember Cleric of the Forge from Xanathar's Guide to Everything, this subclass for Artificer is basically that, but better. So beginning with the features, starting with Tools of the Trade. At level 3, you gain proficiency with heavy armor. You also gain proficiency with Smith's tools. If you already have this tool proficiency, you gain proficiency with one other type of artisan's tools of your choice. Now, while this may not seem very important yet, there is another feature to this subclass that makes having heavy armor proficiency very powerful. Next up, we have the spells that any caster or off-caster gets when they receive a new subclass. Now, Artificer being an off-caster will get spells typically much later than other main casters would be getting, such as Lightning Bolt at level 9 instead of level 5, Magic Missile at level 3 instead of 1, etc. So you get the point. Just taking a quick glance at some of these spells, you can see things here like Shield, Mirror Image, Fire Shield, Greater Invisibility, Wall of Force. These are very defensive spells, which is going to be important for the rest of this class coming up. Moving on, we have arguably the best part of this new subclass, which is the Power Armor feature unlocked at level 3. Your metallurgical pursuits have led you to making armor a conduit for your Artificer magic. As an action, you can turn a suit of heavy armor you are wearing into power armor, providing you have Smith's tools in hand. You gain the following benefits while wearing the power armor. If the armor normally has a strength requirement, the power armor lacks this requirement for you. This one part of this ability makes the Artificer arguably the best class in the game. Imagine being able to play whatever sort of combat style you want while being able to wear the best armor at all times. And we haven't even gotten to what this armor can do yet. Imagine running around as a wizard in plate mail. That is basically what this can do. If you wanted your character to be able to wear plate mail, you would have had to pick a strength-based fighter because of the strength requirement that plate mail needed. But with this, the possibilities are endless. You can use the power armor as a spellcasting focus for your Artificer spells. The power armor attaches to you and can't be removed against your will. It also expands to cover your entire body and replaces any missing limbs, functioning identically to a body part it is replacing. The armor continues to be power armor until you doff it, you don another suit of armor, or you die. Now, not only do you get this insane new type of armor, but you can also choose what kind of armor it is. Starting at level 3, you can customize your power armor. When you do so, you can choose either Guardian or Infiltrator. The model that you choose gives you special benefits while you wear it. Each model includes a special weapon that when you attack with it, you use your intelligence modifier instead of strength or dex, meaning that you can just take strength as your dump stat, wear heavy armor, and deal massive amounts of damage while being incredibly tanky at range. This is just completely insane. You can change your power armor's model whenever you finish a short or long rest, provided you have your Smith's tools in hand, which you already got proficiency with earlier up. Picking the Guardian armor type gives you the following features. Thunder Gauntlets, your armored fists each count as a simple melee weapon, and each hit deals 1d8 thunder damage on a hit. A creature hit by the gauntlets has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn. This is all attack rolls, so any creature that relies on something like multi-attack with 2, 3, or even 4 attacks is going to have disadvantage on their entire next turn if they don't attack you, as the armor magically emits a distracting pulse when the creature attacks someone else. You also gain defensive field. You gain a bonus action that you can use on each of your turns to gain temporary hit points equal to your level in this class, replacing any temporary hit points that you already have. You lose these temporary hit points if you doff the armor. Being able to gain up to 20 hit points just by using a bonus action each turn is insane. This subclass makes you just become the ultimate tank. Moving on to the other type of armor that you can get with this subclass, we have the Infiltrator class. The Infiltrator class gains a lightning launcher. A gem-like node appears on one of your armored fists or on the chest, your choice. It counts as a simple ranged weapon with a normal range of 90 feet and a long range of 300 feet. and it deals 1d6 lightning damage on a hit. Once on each of your turns when you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra 1d6 lightning damage to the target. You guys remember Eldritch Blast? The whole reason that you pick Warlock, the 1d10 cantrip. Well, what if Eldritch Blast dealt 2d6 lightning damage instead? Powered Steps, your walking speed increases by 5 feet. That's pretty nice. Second Skin, this armor's weight is negligible and it becomes form-fitting and wearable under clothing. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks, the power armor doesn't. So the one thing that was bad about wearing heavy armor is completely also negated by this class. Moving on, at level 5 you get the extra attack feature. That's pretty standard. At level 9 you gain the armor modifications feature, which you learn how to use your Artificer Infusions to specially modify your armor, enhanced by your power armor feature. That armor now counts as separate items for the purposes of your infuse items feature. Armor, the chest piece, boots, bracers, and a weapon. Each of those items can bear one of your infusions. In addition, the maximum number of items you can infuse at once increases by 2, but those extra items must be part of your power armor. Now, if you're not familiar with what kind of infusion artificers can do, there is a specific one that is titled, let me see if I can find it here, Enhanced Defense. A creature gains a +1 bonus to armor class while wearing armor or wielding a shield or the infused item. The bonus increases to +2 when you reach 10th level in this class. Now, unless it states somewhere that I haven't found yet, it sounds like you can apply this infusion to all 3 pieces of your power armor, your bracers, your boots, and your chest. Meaning you can just give yourself a +3 to your AC the second you're able to at level 9. This sounds insanely broken. I'm not sure if there is some balancing that was done to this and I just can't find it. If there is some limitation to the Artificer's Infusions, let me know down in the comments. But if that was not taken into consideration, then being able to have a +6 to your AC at 10th level, almost immediately after you've taken the +3 to your AC, you will just become completely untouchable. And the most insane part about this isn't that you gain this +3 or +6 to your AC, which again, I'm probably incorrect, but the broken part about this is that you get it this early at level 9 through 10. Because as I've said before, games or campaigns typically don't last past level 10. So being able to get this at level 9 makes this class. Moving on, we have the 15th level armor feature, Perfected Armor. If you pick the Guardian model, you tinker with your armor's energy system, leads you to discover a powerful pulling force. When a creature you can see ends its turn within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to force the creature to succeed on a strength saving throw against your spell save DC, or be pulled up to 30 feet toward you to an unoccupied space. If you pull the target to a space within 5 feet of you, you can make a melee weapon attack against it as part of this reaction. So being able to just provoke your own attacks of opportunity is pretty great. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, a minimum of once. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. It's a pretty neat ability. Moving on to Infiltrator. Any creature that takes lightning damage from your lightning launcher glimmers with light until the start of your next turn. The glimmering creature sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius, and the next attack roll against it by a creature other than you has advantage. If that attack hits, it deals an additional 1d6 lightning damage. So basically, this is the secondary effect of the Guiding Bolt spell, but it also tacks on an additional 1d6 lightning damage. This is a pretty nice ability. And it's important to note that this does not have a set number of charges, so anytime you hit somebody with your lightning ability, you would give your party members advantage on their next attack roll, as well as additional damage on every single attack. This is pretty amazing. Now, we still haven't even gotten to the new infusions that the Artificer gets, starting with the Armor of Magical Strength at level 10 or higher with a suit of armor. While wearing this armor, a creature can use its intelligence modifier in place of its strength modifier when making strength checks and strength saving throws. The armor has 4 charges. As a reaction when it wouldn't be knocked prone, the wearer can expend 1 charge to not be knocked prone. The armor regains 1d4 expended daily charges at dawn. You literally don't need strength at all if you play this. You could literally survive with a strength of 3 with this ability. You do not need strength for anything with this. Because of this ability, you can make strength always be your dump stat. Moving on, we have the Armor of Tools, which essentially just allows you to use your Artisan's Tools or Thieves' Tools as part of your integrated armor and use your intelligence modifier when making checks with those. Nothing really special there. After that, we have the Helm of Awareness. While wearing this helmet, a creature has advantage on initiative rolls and cannot be surprised. This is just an extremely useful ability to have at all times. Moving on, we have Mind Sharpener. requiring a suit of armor or robes. The infused item can send a jolt to the wearer to refocus their mind. While wearing this infused item, whenever the creature fails a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, it can use its reaction to succeed instead. This is nuts. Being able to hold a spell and just choose to not fail on it when you take a ton of damage is invaluable. For the last infusion, we have Spell Refueling Ring, requiring level 6 and a ring with attunement. While wearing this ring, the creature can recover one expended spell slot as an action. The maximum level of the recovered slot is equal to the number of magic items the wearer is currently attuned to. Once used, the ring can't be used again until the next dawn. Now, some of you might be familiar with the Pearl of Power magic item, which essentially does this, but it is a rare magical item. So being able to essentially have a Pearl of Power that you can use whenever, requiring a daily cooldown, of course, is insane. So to sum it all up, the Artificer is now a god tier class that is a master of literally everything that you could possibly think of, and I don't know what Wizards was thinking printing this. And while I wanted to review the other two classes in this Unearthed Arcana list, the video is getting a little bit long, so be sure to subscribe and keep a lookout for part 2 of this review, which will be coming out shortly. And will hopefully also include both of the other classes as well. So until next time, guys, happy gaming.